Born and raised in Chitipa, Daniel Kamwaga, 20, admits his pursuit to a better future was never an easy path. Taken care by a single parent, his mother, who is a small-scale farmer, access to basic necessities including fees was a challenge. In addition, being a CDSS student, lack of learning materials, language barrier and exposure, among others, were also a hindrance. However, things turned around for Daniel when Creccom introduced the Improving Education Quality in Community Day Secondary Schools project at his school, Chinunka CDSS. According to Daniel, the project made a very huge impact on his life, such that he became the first student at his school to be selected to a public university since its establishment in the 1990s.
When I was in Form 3, that is Form 1, Form 2, I was unable to speak English. And even speak Chichewa. But the coming of Creccom, that was in 2017, that time I was in Form 3. The coming of Creccom really improved me and motivated. I was being inspired. You know, that time I didn't know the benefit of school. And again, I was unable to see my role models coming at our school. Chinunka is in a society where most of us were not exposed to people who are employed. Therefore, the coming of Creccom was like a good thing to us in our society.
For over 20 years, Creccom has been supporting education, behavioral change activities in the country, especially in CDSSs in rural areas. Previously known as Gebo, Creccom has transformed lives of many people in the country, and some are serving in various high offices in the country. One such is Chrissy Takwalakwa, Deputy Director at the Center for Social Research in Zomba.
When I look back, even for me to be here, I still believe it's because of the Gebo experience. I was so much involved in the Theatre for Development, which was really very interactive. So that training also gave me that confidence to believe in myself. That's one thing. The other thing, even while in college, it provided some allowance.
Fred Yuombe, a director at Center for Development Communication, is one of the first beneficiaries at the then Gebo. Yuombe has described Creccom as a mother body of development communication in the country, adding that it has contributed greatly in fighting for women's rights and pioneering the readmission program for girls who drop out of schools due to pregnancy.
The time I was working with the Gebo project, that's the time we hatched the idea of formulating our own NGO. We formed a team and we said we cannot be all as absorbed in the Creccom system as an NGO. But what we are doing here in Malawi through this Gebo project is commendable. So do we just leave college and do we just leave everything that we have been doing here in Malawi just because we are not incorporated in the Creccom system? Here we are now. We are working with the people that were there, like Charles Simbi is working with CDC. He's still working with CDC, Center for Development Communications, which is a baby of Creccom.
According to Executive Director for Creccom, the organization has achieved a lot over the years, and they look forward to transforming lives of many girls and boys through education, among other initiatives.
We've been able to develop our vision that looks far into the future in terms of deepening our impact with our beneficiaries. How does that look like in terms of numbers, in terms of targets, but also in terms of benefits, how we are impacting their lives? So we have the roadmap, the blueprint that will enable us to do that, and the kind of enablers to enable us to do that, and setting up the targets. So we'll be able to develop our 5-year strategic plans from that. That gives the direction of where we want to go.
At the moment, Creccom has built an office complex and a conference hall, and it has also established a car hire aimed at generating income. It is clear if the organization thrives, more and more people in the country will benefit, and lives of many young ones like Daniel will be transformed. For Daniel, his dream is to secure himself a scholarship once he is done with varsity and help more youth like him back home in Chitipa. Beatrice Mwape, MBC News.